Welcome back, you degenerates, to the number one fantasy football podcast in the world. I'm your host, Mike.
Well, my dearest good golf buddy, Billy Wilson.
I'm
How you
getting
doing,
better.
baby?
I'm getting better.
He's taking me for my money. I'm scared.
Almost
got me this week. Won't let it happen. I'll let you guys update if it beats me. Joe Green, how was your vacation?
Vacation?
Yeah, where'd you go this
Doing
weekend?
Fantasy drafts all weekend. I didn't go.
So
anywhere.
wait.
So, hey, but your draft could have been, at Alaska or Hawaii or...
I think Mike was on vacation with
Virginia.
his
I was
drafts.
just about to
I-
say,
I-
some of us had drafts this weekend. Some of us were dog shit.
Some say it's bad. Some say it's not bad.
We should post the one from last
We could
night.
post it.
It's just
I mean,
not
the
great.
listeners saw the one on Friday.
Yeah.
In the listener league.
That's fine. I'm confident I'm winning that league.
That team isn't as bad as the one he drafted last night.
I'm saving leads with Josh Allen, Dade's stats.
Saving leagues.
Saving leagues.
Don't forget, guys, if you got to take a bullet for everyone and draft Josh Allen in the second round and Diggs in the first. Save your league.
Save your lead. It's the stack duo you don't want to play against.
Football's back.
Week 1, baby. Thursday.
Time has finally arrived.
Doing
All this hard work, you've been training, you've been listening to us. You finally get to see our hard work pay off for you.
Yeah. We watched a lot of bad college football.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
A couple good games. So a lot of bad play calling, a lot of bad time management. Stuff like that doesn't happen in the big leagues.
No, they get paid to do it.
Not all the time.
Actually, they get paid in
A
college now, too.
lot less frequently.
when Matt Nagy's around.
Well, he's not
When
around.
Ben McAdoo. I'm trying to think of what other coaches.
Don't
Urban
say-
Meyer.
Don't say that guy's name. Don't say
say
Adam.
it.
Don't say Adam Gase.
Adam Gates is around.
He's still around.
It's cool. Matt Patricia's now an offensive coordinator.
It's
It could
looking
be a
good.
rough year. All right, it could be a rough year.
All right, kick us off with some notes, baby.
All right, a couple things. Week 1, we all know. As far as us, we're still, hoping that how we feel and our opinions and what we've come to think will actually happen. So week 1 is the hardest to judge for us.
Week 1 is projections.
Yep. After that, because you have teams, new coaching staffs, new rosters, new schemes. You never know what's going to happen.
Chemistry, baby.
But next week's episode, it's my favorite episode ever. The
Oh.
overreaction week. So stay tuned for next week. And a little note, we say this every year. I remind people every year. Don't have your Thursday night players in your flex spot, you assholes. Take them out. Save them. You don't know if you have a late injury, somebody doesn't play. You can use the flex spot.
That's just good roster management.
I'm here to make people better.
So we're not playing Josh Allen this open week.
No, to your flex spot.
You fucking idiot.
Not your
Super flex.
super flex. Yeah.
Josh Allen's my super flex.
Ah. Yeah.
Because you
super
just
flex.
don't have a starting flex spot.
It's true.
Only thing guaranteed week 1, Sammy Watkins. We'll get into it though.
Sammy Watkins. All right, let's kick it off, Mike.
First game, Thursday.
Josh.
How are you and the Bills going to be against the Rams? You going to be good? You going to throw the Gabriel Davis like we're all projecting?
You're talking to him like you're gonna kiss him. I knew it.
That's a great thumbnail right there.
All right, folks.
Bills
Josh
versus
Allen.
the Rams.
Great fucking Thursday night game. Finally, a good Thursday night game because usually we have shit for the rest of the year. We have a great Bills going against the Super Bowl champs last year. What are we expecting? I think we're basically going to be looking at all the newer players. Allen Robinson with the Rams. We're going to see Gabe Davis, second year or third year? Third year.
Third year.
Third year boost. We want to see all the Bills running backs, how they're going to do their splits. Tell me, what are you expecting?
I know Joe Green's a little bit higher on Allen Robinson, so I'll leave that to him. I'm more concerned with how Cam Akers is going to look. I want to know what that backfield split's going to truly be like, whether he'd be worth that third-round pick that you spent on him, or did you get great value with Darrell Henderson all the way back in the 10th, 12th rounds. one thing to note: the Super Bowl champs usually start the season hot. So the Rams could come out firing, but this is a very good Bills defense, very good Bills team. So this is one of the best Thursday night games probably in history.
Yeah.
First off,
This is what the Super Bowl should have been.
don't get me started. Gabe Davis. I love Gabe Davis. I've been telling you all year. I told you last year about Gabe Davis. Nobody listened to me. This year, a lot of people are on him.
Everybody's on him.
For good reason, though. He's got the best quarterback in the league and one of the best offenses in the league.
Best touchdown rates.
Yep, he's huge in the red zone. I will say, I didn't write this in notes because it kind of was like news after. Dawson Knox could be a sneaky stud of the week.
Oh yeah.
Yep, they're having a thing for his brother who passed away. We know how that goes. Memorial games, baby games, big deal. I think he's gonna have a great game. And I talked about it in the preseason. We were going over the Rams just as a team in general. Bobby Wagner's is linebacker there, and he's one of the worst against tight ends in the history of the NFL. So I love that play as well. But Gabe Davis, I think he's going to score a touchdown week 1. I think so.
Everyone's on Gabe Davis. From a prop standpoint, I've seen everyone's because obviously Jalen Ramsey will be on Stephon Diggs, so everyone's thinking Gabe Davis. And that's when Isaiah McKenzie comes in and scores 3 touchdowns.
Could
Isaiah McKenzie won't even see the field.
Whoa.
That stinks.
He's the starter slot.
I'm not even. I just hate that we're going to have to talk about him every week.
He might be a league winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Talk about the running backs. I honestly don't think Cook is going to be featured so early in the league in this early first half of the year. Personally, my opinion. You saw in the last preseason game, they held out both Singletary and Moss. Moss was supposedly supposed to be on a roster bubble. He started seeing goal lines. I think that's exactly what they want to do. Right now, I don't see Cook being a major feature into this offense. What about you?
I don't think that him playing in that third preseason really means much. Like, the other guys are veterans. He's not. They didn't have, 9 running backs to play. So, him being on the field just really giving him reps, getting used to the speed. Listen, he's a great pass-catching back. He's a hard runner, very hard to take down. I like Jared Cook. I just don't know if this is the year for him.
You mean James?
James, yeah. See, why did you write that?
I didn't write that.
Did I?
I saw that.
You know what I
didn't
meant.
know who
Thanks
wrote
for
that.
thanks.
That's why I didn't say it. I said cooked.
I was about to fix it.
I knew it was
Thanks,
something
guys.
with a J,
Really
but
appreciate it. I knew it was James too. I'm just
Jared Cook's a rookie again for the
Who?
Bulls. No, Bulls.
who?
The Bulls.
The Bulls.
The Bulls.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
basketball in the month. James Cook, ladies and gentlemen, Georgia. Know where he went. Know where he played. Watched him. He's a stud. How much is this Bills offense truly going to still run the ball? Enough
always
for
a question.
Yeah.
It'd be tough.
There's
for
definitely
him.
value for his pass catching ability
Later on.
if they decide to use him. We'll see. We'll see.
I
Week
mean,
1.
Honestly, the Bills are probably not going to have to be able to run against the Rams anyway.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to have to be putting points up anyway, going against the high offense with the Cup and now Robinson. You want to talk about Robinson a little bit, or what's your thoughts, Joe Green?
Thursday. It's tough to say first game. I mean, he's in your lineup if you drafted him.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's a flex play at worst. I think we'll see early on how quickly they use him and how often they use him. But I feel good about him first week against the Bills. They're gonna have to throw the ball a lot. I don't think they're gonna have much success running the ball. So yeah, I like Allen Robinson. I think this is gonna be a high scoring game. I hope it's a high scoring game.
The Bills are going to be without
too.
White, their corner. He's still out. They're gonna obviously be playing one of the rookies.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp's going to eat.
It's not going to be good on the secondary for the Bills.
I think a bigger question is actually we got to see Matt Ryan's arm. Matthew Stafford's arm.
Stafford.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
no
I'm
one
really
seems
not.
to be worried about it, but it's one of those things you keep bringing it up. Maybe a start to worry about it, but I mean it's first game of the year, so it might not show too much
We'll find out.
fatigue.
That's week 1. We're just gonna a lot of we're gonna talk about today is this is what we believe, but we're gonna find out.
Von Miller going against his old team.
Yeah,
Not really fantasy relevant, but
Von Miller likes to win.
he likes sacking QBs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bum shoulder. Watch out.
I don't think there's any fringe players in this game, right? Like everyone.
No, I don't think
The
anyone's playing
rosters are-
McKenzie yet.
Yeah,
so.
I think the rosters are too good for like an Isaiah McKenzie flex play. You know, just this
Don't
is a
do
game
it.
of stars.
Yeah,
You know?
I tend to agree.
All right. Right from there, we're going Sunday, 1 p.m. We got the Eagles versus the Lions. We have Hard Knocks on.
Did you guys watch Hard Knocks?
I did not watch Hard
I
Knocks.
watched 2 episodes and I was
That's
like,
it?
I'm done watching Hard Knocks. It's the same thing every year.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Well, they have the in-season one now too.
I
Whose
didn't watch
team is
that last year.
Arizona. It starts this week, I think.
Yeah, but what are we going to see? FaZe
FaZe Murray.
I-
It would be great if they started doing it when Double XP weekend came out.
It would be around October because that's when the new COD's coming out.
Yeah.
They're just peeking through his window, watching him play COD. Do something.
Yeah, it would be nice. Eagles Lions. Can the Lions stop Jalen Hurts on the ground this year? That's the big question for me. Last season they let him run for 71 yards in 7 attempts, but he only threw for 9 out of 14, 0 touchdowns through the air. He hurts you with his legs. That's what it comes down to. Will Miles Sanders score a touchdown?
No,
Will Miles Sanders ever score a touchdown?
he's hurt still. He has
I'm
a
just
bump.
talking about
Yeah.
ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
He might not even play. He has a bad hammy.
I guess we'll see at practice reports.
Yeah, I mean it's too early. Now we're talking about Sunday, Thursday. We could read into it, but Sunday there's so many injuries out there right now. You don't have to just play it by ear, play it by Sunday, and hope for the best.
I'm really curious to see this Eagles offense because I pointed out last time we talked about Jalen Hurts, and as someone who owned him last year, after Week 8 they changed their entire offense where it was just hand the ball off and play defense, and Hurts only had 2 games over 20 points the rest of the season. I'm like really interested to see if they stick with this because he was throwing the ball 30, 40 times, and that's why he was scrambling so much. I really want to see if they stick to this game plan of just running the ball.
I really think
30,
it's
40
going to be a
times a game.
mix. It's they're gonna hard run the ball, play action. He's gonna have a lot of deeper passes down with Brown and Smith, Goddard. The plays are gonna be downfield. I mean, do they actually have a running back that's gonna actually be able to mean something for them? That's the hard part because I don't know if Sanders. We're not talking about touchdowns here. We're talking about yards. Is he gonna be able to put up the yards to make the play action be efficient?
I mean, I think so. He's effective. He's one of the highest yards per carry running backs in the league. And their offensive line, they lost Dillon for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Their offensive line
Yeah.
is legit though.
They just broke it.
They,
oh
they-
my
they just
God.
lost Dillard though. That's a
Yeah,
big loss
that-
of the
you could fill
tackle
that.
spot. You can fill that. I mean,
It's
I
all right.
guess.
They were trying to trade him for years. They already have a fill.
I guess. That's my biggest though concern is to see what their offense looks like. You say they're going to throw it deep.
I say play action deep.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts doesn't exactly have a cannon for an arm. Actually, he's probably in the bottom 10 with arm strength.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see how
I'm
they structure their offense.
I'm interested to see how they use Devonta Smith now that he's not the number one. What they can do with him because he is a good receiver. It's just he's not going to be the main guy now.
No.
So I'm interested to see like how much volume he can get. You know, even if he doesn't produce well, but he's getting the volume, or if he gets 6 targets and he drops all 6, I'm trading for him. I'm trading for him because he'll catch him eventually.
Really talented player. Shame he's just on the team without like a true quarterback.
Yeah. Eagles only allowed 107 yards per game on the ground last year. How do you guys think that game 1 for DeAndre Swift's going to go? You guys worried?
Less worried about that and just how much he's involved in the passing game because that's where he got a lot of his points
That's where he
last
got
year.
most of his points.
Right. Like
Yeah.
he was just the check down king, Jared Goff. And like if Jamal Williams is healthy, that's going to hurt. That's going to eat into some of his potential touches. Now, obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown became a favorite of his. TJ Hawkinson's healthy.
I'm never worried about
Chark.
TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah,
that-
DJ Chark.
Not that we're high on Chark
Yeah,
in
we're-
fantasy, but
No, he's-
No, of course.
but as
Everything
an
eats
offense,
into everything.
Everything.
He's
is
an option.
5
now.
targets is 5 targets.
He's an
Right.
option that wasn't there last year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more worried about DJ Chark eating into work for DeAndre Swift than I am TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah.
I'm not overly worried though that the Eagles are just going to absolutely obliterate the Lions'
Yeah, it's gonna be a
offensive
game.
line, and they just can't run the ball.
Eagles. I'm tell you something. The Eagles went heavy on defense. Oh, defense in the draft. They have Davis, the big Georgia defensive tackle that people raved about. They went linebacker. Their defense is going to be, in my eyes, they could be their defense fantasy wise could be one of the top defenses in the league this year.
You streaming them week 1?
He owns them.
You're playing.
I own
week
them.
1. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Their schedule is really, really good.
Yeah, they play in a subpar division. It's a good defense to own, even just like throughout most of the year.
They have 3 starting corners. I mean, they're going to be legit.
Yeah.
There's no better. I think if the Eagles for stream play, if the Eagles is on the waiver wire, I would just start them this week, 100%.
I don't hate it.
Next up, we have the Jaguars versus the Commanders. Thank you for writing Commanders because we already know I always say the other word, and we're not allowed to say that no more. We have to talk about Antonio Gibson finally getting his roll back after he put that hit on Robinson.
I own Brian Robinson in a few leagues. I'm just trying to find the right way to write that Antonio Gibson did it. Like in a team name to make it sound good, but I haven't come up with anything great and short enough yet.
That was a hit 100% if you've ever seen one in my life.
You starting Antonio Gibson if you own him?
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Against Jaguars, 100%.
Yeah, Jaguars are just
Their defense
not
is
good
still not
anywhere.
there.
It's battle against bad quarterbacks. Very bad. This game's gonna stink. I think. I think Jaguars win this game. That's what I think. It's not that. It's not that as much of a hot take as you think it is.
It's not a hot take. It's making me want to watch this game though.
Listen, the Commanders had 9 games last year where running backs against them had more than 5 receptions. Checkdowns to ETN is going to be a big thing all year, and especially in this game against the Commanders. Trevor Lawrence, we were just talking just off air a minute ago how bad Trevor Lawrence is. At least I was.
I don't agree.
I know you don't agree because you love ACC football.
I do. And T-Law, it's facts. He's the number 1 shutdown QB in the league last year. Let's see if that offensive line has changed his mind because he's not pressured so much. We'll see if he shuts it down.
Was dying out there last year.
Yeah, well.
He was dying enough to get a steak out of you.
He made up for it in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
It's lucky is what that was. Real luck.
I think there's a lot here though that you're really interested in seeing. The Jaguars' entire offense, I think, is really interesting. And then on the Commanders side, it's like, what's Wentz's connection going to be like with McLaurin and with the rookie Dotson? Because like Dotson's supposed to be their deep ball threat. Apparently, he loves them in training camp. We'll see if that carries over to any games. But
My worries is that Dotson is indeed the deep threat, and Carson Wentz just can't get the ball to him because he can't throw the ball that far anymore.
I don't know about that.
He still has an arm.
He still has a good arm.
Well,
Just not accurate one.
how long is he going to stay in that pocket for?
Then
That's the problem. He can't move.
This is gonna. The
That's
Commanders probably have the worst offensive line in the league.
Oof, I don't know.
bottom
Maybe.
bottom 5, 7.
Bottom tier, that's for sure.
Sorry, the Bears, second worst.
I think more of it though. Like I've been bullish on Dotson all off season because Carson just loves his tall receivers. I mean, he loved Pittman. Alshon Jeffrey was amazing with Carson Wentz. I just am doubtful that he's gonna go to Dotson, a guy who's like 5'10", only goes deep. That doesn't sound like Carson Wentz, but they claim he will be a big role in their offense.
Don't they always talk about your first round pick? I mean,
Yeah. They kind of
come on,
They
it's
but-
scripted.
To a point, because like when we talked about the Jets, like there's a lot more talk about Elijah Moore than there is about Garrett Wilson in that offense.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know.
Well, next up, we have the Steelers versus Bengals. Can't talk today. We have Najee versus Mixon. Who would you rather have in this matchup?
Joe Mixon.
Steelers also named a QB. It's going to be Mitch.
Mitch the bitch, baby.
Mitch the bitch.
I'm excited.
I thought you were
Go ahead.
I thought you didn't want Mitch to be the
I don't want either one of them.
Oh,
I don't want any of my quarterbacks to
You
be.
want Pickett?
I understand why they did it. They paid Mitch Mitch didn't show any reason why he shouldn't be the starter.
They both had identical stats in the preseason.
Yeah. I did like what I saw out of Kenny Pickett, though. So, like, there's a little glimmer of hope in my eyes.
Well, so you got the same nickname. It's not wrong nickname. It's not Mitch the bitch. It's Kissing Titties Mitch. Or what? No. What is it? Yeah, I think it's Kissing Titties Mitch.
Titties Mitch.
He posted on Twitter. I like to kiss titties.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but he's Mitch the bitch to me.
How much does that concern you? Him starting if you own Devontae Johnson, or I'm gonna say Pickens, but I don't know that Pickens is gonna really see many people's lineups week 1. I don't know if
He's not gonna see lineups.
I don't trust Pickens week 1.
He's not gonna see lineups, but he is gonna be on the field. He's like one of the only rookie wide receivers to be put in a starting lineup already.
Yeah.
Like marked as a starter.
There's some mixed reports about that. I see like a couple beat writers for the Steelers say that Pickens is the number 2. Then I see other people, not beat reporters, but trustworthy sources that are like he's not the actual number 2. Like, I really don't know who to trust, but we'll see it.
They want Claypool in the slot, and they want him on the outside with Johnson.
Right now, it lists Pickens as a starter in the slot on the Steelers website, but that obviously is not an official.
That Claypool's going to be in the slot. I'm telling you right now. He likes that little trickery plays. You saw all those little handoffs they did. It's going to be interesting to see what this offense really is. This is the first time we haven't seen Big Ben on a Steelers in 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and it's been 4 or 5 years since they've thrown the ball down the field and pushed the pace if they wanted to. That's never really was the Steelers' way to a point, but they have the ability to now. They have multiple quarterbacks that can move the pocket. He's not a brick wall back there. I'm excited for the Steelers. It's a tough game against the Bengals. Solid defense. I don't like the week 1 matchup for my Steelers.
Big Ben last year averaged 6.2 yards per throw. We gotta see more than that. I say it's gotta be like 12, 15 now. Finally, with a QB with an arm. I think sky's the limit with Johnson. I mean, I was down on Johnson in the beginning of the year, but I'm starting to rise with it. Like, he's gonna see targets, but he's gonna see a deep target at least once or twice a game.
I just doubt that they're gonna throw the ball as much as they have been. Like Ben was autoing out of everything to throw the ball. They kind of
had to.
Yeah.
The defense was bad. They didn't get much better.
The defense is bad. You mean the offensive line?
Well, that too, but like they weren't good. They were dead last in yards per game against running backs. Dead last against scrambling quarterbacks. They were giving up a lot of yards through the air. It was not great. The team was bad last year.
They had a lot of injuries.
I mean, they made it to the playoffs.
I know they did.
I want to see what their coach does with this offense.
Yeah, I think
we haven't seen it. Like,
exactly. That's why I'm doubting.
This is great. This is going to be a great game to watch. I'm interested to see because I know he's a good defensive. I know the team's going to be pretty good defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to see it all put together. Like, we haven't seen this in at least like 3 or 4 years without Big Ben. Like being like at a high level.
So Mason Rudolph, baby.
Yeah. Last time Mason Rudolph was in, the whole league almost shut down.
That's fact. That's fact.
I'm trying to remember. I felt like Chase or Higgins went nuts in a game against the Steelers last year, but I could be totally
You could
wrong.
pull it up. I think they'll both get plenty of yards.
It's not Higgins, I don't think. Or maybe.
I don't know. It could have been. I think it was Higgins. Not really. He had 100 and a touchdown, but
that's average for him.
That's good enough for me. I'll take that.
Enough about these Steelers. We didn't really much talk about the Bengals. I don't think we have to talk about much. You're gonna play all your starters. For tight end, don't Hurts. Don't even pick him. Don't even draft him.
It will be a very good game.
Some people I've seen draft Hurts. Just
Hurst?
Don't do it. Hurts, whatever his name is. Don't draft him.
Hurst.
I will say if you got stuck owning Mixon and somebody who you didn't want, this could be a very good game for him, and it could be solid time to trade him if you want. If you didn't like Mixon, like you knew you needed a running back and couldn't get your way around it, this is your chance to move him for somebody you did want after this game. I think he's having a phenomenal game.
Next up, we have the slaughter. The 49ers versus the Bears.
Slaughter.
This is going to be ugly. Probably the worst game you're going to see. You said the last game. The Bears are going to look embarrassing in this game.
Yeah, but at least there's one good team on the field.
Yeah, it's true.
that's where two bad teams doesn't make a decent game.
Yeah. So we're gonna see one slaughter of the. We're gonna see slaughter of Bears. We get to see finally what Trey Lance can do. We're not gonna see much of Justin Fields because he's gonna be running for his life
And on the ground.
and on the ground. We get to finally see Darnell Mooney's breakout season, hopefully, in this game. It'll be interesting, and I think the most important thing is what we're going to see in the running back position and how we see their splits. We have Elijah Moore. We have their rookie.
Elijah Mitchell,
sorry. And then we have, I'm not going to say this.
Tyrion Davis Price.
Tyrion? That's what I'm calling
Tyrion Davis Price.
David Price.
We're on a roll today.
And the cock blocker Wilson himself, which I wrote down here. I think going into week 2, he will be one of the highest waiver wires already being picked up.
Why?
Well,
Elijah Mitchell's going to get hurt? Or
Elijah Mitchell is already hurt.
Well, like actually hurt.
I don't think he's going to actually hurt. They're going to split a lot, and I think, and especially in this game, going against the shitty Bears, he's going to look awesome. So I think Wilson will be a high wave wire going into week 2.
I'm a bit worried about playing Elijah Mitchell week 1. I think there's concerns with the injuries. I'm not convinced he's going to see enough of the workload. I'm a little worried. That's
why, I wrote it down in the notes. If I don't see Elijah Mitchell, if I'm an owner of Elijah Mitchell, I don't see him get at least 65% of snaps, I'm out. I'm out.
I really don't think he's 50.
I mean, you don't know, but I'm just out. I'm selling him as fast as I possibly can.
Because Price is probably going to see the goal line carries.
Well, I heard one 49ers writer say that Mitchell Price is like the 1-2 punch they were hoping Sermon and Raheem Mostert was going to be. So I think we'll see early on if that's really the case.
So one's automatically hurt and one's in the doghouse. Sounds great.
Yeah, but I'm more worried. Not even that he doesn't get 65% of the carries, that he's not healthy. That's what I'm worried, that he's not healthy. Like, I have him in one league and I'm not playing him he's a flex and not going to play him. I've luckily Gabe Davis, but
he doesn't catch passes.
Right. And it's Trey Lance, who's probably going to take at least 6 to 8 carries a game himself. So
it's nice to look out for. How much is Trey Lance going to run? You know,
that's a whole other factor. So yeah, if you have Elijah Mitchell, I'd consider benching him personally,
especially against this defense.
I don't hate that at all. Yeah, that's why I kind of stayed away from him in a lot of actual drafts.
It's the reason why
it's a trust issue for me. The talent's there, it's just a trust issue for me.
There's a reason why he was going in the 6th, 7th round of drafts.
Yeah,
it's hard to trust him. And the 49ers, sticking to one running back is like the Patriots sticking to one running back.
It's them keeping anybody healthy.
Yeah,
that's really what it comes
down
to.
Mike sticking to a diet. It's just
it's like Mike mock drafting lately. Finally well, and then having dog shit teams.
They say it's bad, but watch me be in the playoffs.
The one last night, you're gonna win 3 games.
We'll see.
Just like you won 2 games.
I'll
last
update
year.
You guys at the end.
You won 2 games in that league last year. You're gonna win 3 games.
That was a bad draft.
He doubled his win total from the year before, though. Went from 1 to 2.
You're so bad in that league, man.
That was horrible. you can't even progress in the league. No trades, no talk.
In 3 years, he has 4 wins.
It's good.
I always in the lead 1 year.
It's good. No, it's 2 years.
2 years.
No, it wasn't.
This is the 3rd year.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, wait.
Was
he my dick?
He might be right.
He my dick. 1 year.
He might be right. He might be
so then
right.
what? He won 1 game last year.
Won 1 game.
Jesus Christ. You're a fantasy expert, everybody.
1 game. I was horrible. This year, winning it.
Any Cole Kmet love?
No.
Not
in this one, at least.
I mean, some people are forced to start him.
Yeah, I was almost forced to start him.
Just saying. There's a chance he's playing for people.
The ball's gonna go somewhere. I will say that the ball's gotta go somewhere besides Darnell Mooney. You can't get 30 targets a game.
No,
I hope
they're gonna double him. So
yeah,
Valdez Jones, get the punt return out there.
He's hurt too. Dante Pettis is the wide receiver.
Oh God,
Giant great.
Hold on, Dante Pettis revenge game.
Oh,
Oh.
streaming option. Dante Pettis.
He's definitely the
That's the
punt and kick
streamer of the week?
returner.
Stream of the week. Dante
Oh
Pettis.
boy.
Don't spend
heard
all
it
your
here
fab
first.
money now.
FFD underscore podcast.
99% of your fab money to Dante Pettis. You heard it here, Greg.
Yep. Clip and just send it to Greg.
Yep.
I think Trey Lance should show out in this against this game
Yeah.
against the Bears.
The Bears aren't really good at anything. So, if he was gonna show out, it's like hey, welcome to the league. I think this is a good start for him.
This is a game where Trey Lance should not even see the start of the fourth.
We'll see. I
No,
don't know.
because he's gonna want to play because Jimmy's back there. You know,
There's reports that he was angry about that.
he said he was
I'm
annoyed
shocked.
for a minute and then got over it.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I would be, wouldn't you?
I mean, I would be. Of course, I would be.
You'd still be mad, dude.
I would go tell him to go fuck himself.
You put a hit out on him, like
He
Antonio
could've just-
Gibson.
Yeah. He
got
could have
shooters.
just got cut and got paid the money. I don't know what the big deal was, and go play for whatever team you wanted to sign.
They didn't want to lose him for nothing because they knew people wanted him.
Who wanted him?
Well, someone was going to scoop up. Seattle wants him, but they don't want to give him anything for him.
Yeah.
And now you paid him already again.
Give him Drew Lock for him. Give him Drew Lock and Gino.
Next up, we got the Browns versus the Panthers. This is another revenge game for Baker. Browns are without their star, touchy QB.
Touchy QB.
Oh, Bill Cosby's nephew.
Bill Cosby's
Yeah.
nephew. Yeah, I was waiting for you to do that.
I didn't know who you were talking about at first.
Yeah, you didn't know who I was.
They're without their star. And I'm like,
Oh, he's not starting nowhere?
he hasn't played in like 3 years.
It's been a little bit.
It's been a bit.
He's a star in other ways now.
Yeah.
They're gonna make
TMZ star.
they're gonna make a Netflix film after him.
I hope so.
Documentary.
Heard he likes fingers in his butt.
Ooh,
That's what the thing was.
was it?
Yeah. I think the Browns are
Why are you reading that stuff?
what reports on what exactly happened inside like the
Inside his room?
inside the court case. Yeah,
details?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Want to know how much a weirdo this guy is. Because Joe Green drafts him every year. Now he knows the kind of guy he's drafting.
Now,
Thumbs and
Nice.
butts. That's your guy.
Listen,
Horse cocks and thumbs and butts. That's your boys.
Odell likes to get it shit on in his chest, so I don't even want to hear
Listen.
about it.
He's not on my team no more.
He's not on my team. He might be.
What do you?
The Browns are gonna stink?
You think Browns are gonna stink?
Yeah.
Their defense is so good.
Yeah. How many points can the defense score?
They did hold you in a close game.
I think Baker balls in this one though. I really do.
He's motivated.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stream play of the week.
Motivated.
I think this
Streamer play, Baker Mayfield.
the first game that and might be the only game that Caffrey's playing. So
Yeah. Could be a huge game for Baker. Could also be a bad game because Baker lets his emotions get the best of him.
It could be Darnold 2.0. Remember,
A
Darnold
helmet
against
might
the
come
Jets?
at
I'm
his
not
head.
worried like the offense itself and like coaching. Like I'm worried about Baker like being too emotional and fucking himself.
Nah, I'm waiting for Baker to just sack it and tell him to suck it on the sideline.
Yeah,
that's the
that's-
Baker
I want Oklahoma Baker out
Yeah,
that's what
there.
I'm
that's,
saying.
that's what we're
And
saying.
Suck my dick.
But sometimes he goes a little too far and then
He's
Yeah.
planting the flag if they win this game. He's going grabbing a freaking Panthers flag and planting it right in the
See
end
that the
zone.
problem is I'm afraid a helmet's gonna come at his head.
No one on the Browns is going to care that much. The only people that care are the front office people. You think any teammate of his on the Browns cares that he didn't leave? They traded him.
When he starts talking shit across the yeah, they're
He's
gonna-
not going to be talking to his former teammates.
Oh,
He's
yes,
talking
he
to
will.
his
Come on,
He's
man.
gonna tell
Who-
him, "Oh,
no
kiss
one
his
on the
ass."
it
Browns.
don't matter. He could be talking to a brick wall.
No
He'd be
one,
talking shit.
No, yeah, but I'm saying
He
no
needs
one
that
on the
money. He needs that
Browns-
Hulu money.
No one on the Browns hates him. That's what I'm saying.
He hates the Browns.
He hates the front office.
He
doesn't
hates
hate the
everything.
players.
He
I
hates
would
the
hate
name,
everything.
the city. He hates it all
His
now.
the Brown players are traitors.
It's a revenge game.
They loved it.
Traitors.
They loved it
traitors.
when they traded for him.
Traders.
All right, what we gotta see is who's gonna be the second playmaker for the Panthers: Robbie Anderson, Terrence Marshall, or are we going to talk about Laviska Shenault?
No,
A second playmaker. You mean third behind CMC and
Yeah, but I'm talking about
DJ
wide
Moore?
receiver.
for the one game he's going to be available.
Yeah, the one game. They still don't have a backup running back. They don't know who's going to be the backup yet. Chuba Hubbard or my other guy, my guy from Tennessee.
Devonta Freeman?
Yeah, he's my boy. Anyway, we didn't talk about it, but Chenault was traded to the Panthers. He's going to probably be the slot wide receiver. I don't know about week 1. Doesn't know the playbook. But we were so high on Marshall last year. It'd be interesting to see how they play. Panthers also have a pretty decent young defense going against the Browns, which is going to be somewhat ugly. All they have to do is stop Nick Chubb. Everybody on the outside, who cares? Brisket is not going to be throwing the ball that much.
I mean, he might have to. Like, they're going to stack the box against him.
Yeah.
I mean, Amari Cooper
Stinks.
If you picked him, rest in peace to your fantasy team. I mean, I guess you have to play him if you picked him.
Yeah.
Assuming you picked him in the top 7 rounds. But
Where do you think his value should be now? Like 9th, 10th?
no, I mean probably the 8th round. It's probably right, 7th, 8th round. It's still like as much as we shit on him, he's still better than the average wide receiver.
Yeah, I'd still rather have him than Robbie Anderson.
No, of course.
I mean,
I hate Robbie Anderson needs to retire.
I'm just saying, because Robbie Anderson is in this game. We're somehow talking about him too. So
Robbie Anderson, after what he said about Baker, I don't know that Baker's going to be too good of friends with him.
might as well go to the Browns.
Probably should. Probably should switch sidelines mid games. Hey, you guys need help over there.
Yeah, it looks like you guys need a wide receiver.
And a quarterback.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I really don't think that Brisket's gonna get. See, now I'm saying Brissett is gonna get anything done through the air. Carolina's one of the best against the pass last year, and their defense only got better. So
Their defense, I'm telling you, I love their defense.
yeah, we loved them last year. They just couldn't put an offense on the field that could show up.
Yeah.
I heard, I mean, this is kind of random, but I heard that the Panthers were not very high on Terrence Marshall anymore. They kind of wanted to cut bait with him. That's why they made the trade for Chenault. But
I don't doubt that. Terrence kind of let me down and everybody down.
Yeah, that's what I'm
last
saying.
year.
That's where I wrote. I said he was hyped off preseason last year. He was getting drafted. At the end of drafts.
Yeah, people really were high on him last year, and he was total no.
There's always going to be players like that. We see him in the preseason. They're balling out. Could be this year Collins for me. Balling out and shits the bed.
Collins.
Nico Collins.
Oh,
Nico Collins.
Could be Isaiah Likely, but he doesn't have that much hype.
He's also a tight end.
Yeah,
So.
different, but
Yeah, we're the only people out here giving him hype. Me, really. I am the tight end whisperer.
Whisper. Next up, we're going to talk about the Colts and the Texans.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor's going to get 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, and be done by the third quarter. Like he does every time he plays the Texans. Both times last year. Versus Texans. 145 yards, 2 touchdowns. Didn't play the fourth quarter. Second time. 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. Didn't play the fourth quarter.
So you're saying we should stream Hines?
I guess.
I'm
joking.
I'm very interested to see. They claim they have this grand plan for Naheem Hines this year. They've been saying
They've been saying it.
I'm really interested to see if he's involved in the passing game, especially considering they used a second-round pick on a wide receiver, and then obviously Pittman was good last year. So I'm really interested to see the Naheem Hines strategy.
Mike.
I'm like 3 years ahead of this.
Who did you compare him to a few years back?
Hines, Eckler.
Yeah, he's the next Austin Eckler, and then you
I traded as fourth or something.
Yeah,
Fourth round
stop saying words that begin with S. Definitely a fourth.
Was it a fourth?
Yeah,
I don't know. It was high.
It was high. I don't think it was that high though. It was a fifth. It was a fifth.
Sure, if that makes you feel better.
Bring it up.
Okay,
Revisionist
third round
history.
pick.
Naheem Hines. No, seriously though, I'm
Yes.
interested. Naheem Hines. I'm very interested to see how much receiving work he really gets.
I think that they can throw the ball more this year with Matt Ryan. So I do think that there'll be more receiving work for him, but there still is a ceiling because Jonathan Taylor is an animal. You know, he can catch the ball too.
Yeah, I mean he's their best playmaker.
He's the best player.
That's a fact too.
Be interesting to see how well Michael Pittman does with Matt Ryan, if it all truly comes to fruition like it's supposed to, how everybody thinks it's going to happen.
Not me.
Okay. So why don't you tell me what's going to happen, Mike?
I said it all. I said it.
Remind
earlier.
people.
What I'm saying is, last year, I mean, we already know Wentz sucked.
Yes.
We already said that.
Fact.
But Pittman only had one game over 100 yards
Because
he's not that good.
Or his quarterback.
his
wasn't
quarterback
that
was
His
really
quarterback
bad.
was
And
Really bad.
for the record, he had 2. I went back last night after you said it again last night for like the 5th time this week, and I checked it. It was 2. It was like 1 at the beginning of the year and then 1 at the end.
I'm gonna pull it up.
good. No, here we go. We're
Gotta
all
pull it
double
up.
checking.
Got double check.
Michael
That's your
Pittman.
job.
Yeah, it's
Well, I
your
was
job,
looking it
Joe
up
Green.
at the same time as he started Googling it. But I'll
Anyway.
pull up his stats. Him and Alex Pierce, I'm kind of interested. Oh, Paris Campbell, your guy. Yeah, he did have 2, Mike. He had 200
Did he?
yards.
Eat a dick.
He had 1 the second week of season against the Rams, and then against the 49ers.
So he had 2.
Yeah.
And the best one was against the Rams. And guess what? Second one was against San Francisco. He couldn't do anything against the Jets.
Because they
Jags.
were winning by so many points. They didn't have to throw the ball.
They weren't winning by so many points. They lost to the Jags at the end of the year to basically lose the.
Let me ask you a question.
They didn't get in the playoffs because.
Let me
of
ask you a
this.
question. Who lost that game?
Him.
Who was the
Quarterback.
reason why they lost that game?
Listen, I'm still gonna say it.
Who was the reason why they lost that game?
They didn't add another wide receiver. Oh, they did. They added Pierce. But right now, it's just him getting double coverage.
No Paris Campbell love? No Alec Pierce love? You would say he's going to win the Rookie of the Year.
Listen. He could not. Are they gonna throw the ball as much as they're going to? You said they are. I don't. Think so
I
yet.
said enough for Michael Pittman, who was, what was he, 17 last year in PPR?
Yeah.
To have a top 15 season, that's 2 spots away.
He had 129 targets last year on a pretty run-heavy offense. I think that's pretty sustainable.
Yeah. I just wanted to see. I want to watch Matt Ryan and what they can do together.
Yeah, you can watch it. I'm gonna watch
agree.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to
'cause
watch
you're gonna
them.
watch this-
I want to watch for Pierce.
Yeah, you're going to watch this for
Damian
Pierce. And
Pierce,
Watch
baby.
for Pierce run for 150 yards against the Colts D.
Jesus.
He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that.
no, clip it.
I'm in more. This is exactly what I want to do. I want to see how many receptions he has in a game. That's what I want to see because we didn't get to see how many catches he had in the preseason. We get to see his nice, good, hard running run plays. I want to see what the offense looks like. I want to see how much he's on the field on third downs. That's what we're watching this game for. We can go on from there.
And how good Mills improved in the offseason, if the team's actually any better. It all
Daddy
helps.
long neck.
It all comes into play.
Daddy long neck.
Best QB to come out of that draft.
Collins' production, his ADP rose. What is that?
In the last 2 preseason games, Collins ended up being a drafted player. I want to see if he can
Only
hold up.
because you were drafting him.
Not just me. There's a lot of people. At the end of the draft, people were picking him.
It's not a terrible option because they're a team that's going to have to throw the ball a lot.
Play from behind. He's the second option behind Cooks.
Is rose a word? Is that the
Rose?
correct?
It might probably not.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you're looking at me. I wrote that.
I know.
His ADP rose during the last two
I was
last
right.
2 preseason games.
It's not
I
another
wasn't sure
rose.
if it was like
It could be
risen.
risen. It could
Yeah.
be rose.
I was
Either
gonna
way.
say.
All right.
Just go.
I don't know the the
I gotta get
correct
called
actual
that.
grammar
Yeah.
of.
You should know this. You're fucking.
No, because
grammar
it's not a
queen.
real sentence.
Yeah,
That's the problem. Is that like it doesn't really the way you wrote it is that it's not written in a sentence. So like, it's hard to
You
like,
guys are just
really.
on my. Today's my day, I guess.
I think
Sorry.
it's rose because there's no. It's not ADP has risen.
Yeah, that's.
I think
yeah.
you need has there. Like it's a past tense.
All right, we're not the English major
Yeah.
podcast. I'm sorry.
Like,
I
what
just
are we
saw
doing
this.
here?
I was confused. I was like,
I was
Collins
just trying to-
production.
Let's
his
talk about
rose?
this. Let's talk about this division going into the Patriots and Dolphins. This is probably the most impactful game, I guess, in the division.
Yeah.
Week 1
The
going
true
in. We get to
test.
see Tua
All the new weapons.
and the cheetah,
Yeah. 2 in the waddle.
the waddling cheetah.
The tuna.
Tua, the waddling cheetah.
The tuna.
The tuna. The waddle and the cheetah.
I feel like we need like a song like
We'll have something for you.
The waddle and the cheetah.
We'll have a full song by the end of the year.
Yeah.
we
I
need
like
like a Lion King back of the beat.
What?
You know the beats of the Lion
Well,
King.
Lost me.
Tuna, the waddle, the cheetah.
Under the sea.
That's not like.
I know, but that one just came up to me. I understand that. Fucking dumbasses. Swear to God, you guys can't catch on for the life of me.
That's a Little Mermaid.
Are we seeing a breakout game week 1?
Maybe if you don't ball out this year, you should not be on an NFL team anymore. I will tell you that.
This is probably the worst Patriots defense we've probably seen in a couple of years.
It's not great.
It's not going to be great.
No.
And Patricia is playing offense because he knows the defense is not going to be great. They lost a lot of secondary. Dolphins should be able to pass on this Patriots D.
I really want to see Chase Edmonds and his role and how they handle the whole backfield because we still got Mostert's actually healthy for week 1 as usual, and then he'll be hurt.
And we saw last week. Week 1 last year, he had two plays.
That's all he needed.
Mike was on him 5 years ago when he first came in the league, and he was balling.
No one agreed with me. You just traded for him. What are you doing?
Then what happened? He got hurt.
But he's still bald.
He's a real football player. He can play some ball, but he just can't stay healthy.
I'm really curious on the Chase Edmonds hype because he had this hype last year. Obviously, James Conner then just took the job from him. Like, where is this coming from that everyone is so high on Chase Edmonds?
That's because they know Myles Gaskin isn't any good. They know Raheem Mostert can't stay healthy. They cut Sony Michel.
He is good when he plays. Yeah. That's the thing.
I said, I don't think he's lost
definitely
the job.
He's an overall he could be all three.
No, he's not a 3-down back, man.
He can't
take a hit. He can't take a hit for too long.
But he could if he when he's on the field, he could play like that.
He's too small. He's 5'9", man.
I think their whole idea is to get him.
So is Mike.
I think the whole idea is to get him 10, 15 carries, and then Mustard is gonna come in and get 5 to 6 carries, and hopefully he breaks a one off. That's exactly what I see it going down.
If that happens, then you got what you needed out of Chase Edmonds in the draft. And I'd be happy if I was a Chase Edmonds owner where I got him at regular ADP. I wouldn't be mad with 15.
He's around, 8 or 9?
Yeah.
They have a lot of small running backs on this team.
Everyone is.
They're all small.
That's why everyone was shocked they cut Sony. Which Sony had, at goal line, he had one of the most rush attempts in the goal line last year at the end of the year.
You playing Chase Edmonds week 1?
I don't trust him.
I'm not.
Nope, that's more of a wait and see.
He's like one of those running backs I'm not picking.
Just like
Patriots,
Stevenson,
San Francisco, and the Dolphins. Those 3 teams. I'm not playing their players at running back.
Sure. He's in the same category as Ramondre Stevenson. It's like, how much work is he actually going to get?
Yeah. I mean, we'll get a good look at Damian Harris and Ramondre this week, too. Yeah. That is a good point.
Yeah, I mean, Dolphins are a better defense than the Patriots are, so they might be forced to throw the ball a little bit more than they wanted to. But we'll see how much he's used in the passing game because he does have hands, where Damian Harris does not.
Well, they said that they wanted Ty Montgomery to be the 3rd down back. But he's hurt. So it's good for you.
Yeah, just overall in general, the Patriots kind of do what they say they're going to do.
Spread the ball.
Yeah.
Next up, Ravens versus Jets.
It's going to be another slaughter.
Joe Flacco revenge game. Don't sleep.
I'll be sleeping. I'll be taking a nap.
Jets are hopeful.
If this is like one of the two or 3 games we're on at 4 o'clock, living in New York, I'm taking a nap. No, it's not. It's all
actually, Zach might play. They didn't rule him out yet.
Zach
Wilson. He's not playing.
They said there's a chance he might play.
I bet you that he's not playing.
I'm not taking that bet.
For those who, people that have Elijah Moore, you do not want Wilson playing. I'm telling you right now, Flacco to Elijah Moore last year was his best game. He had a total of 11 targets, 8 catches, 141 yards, and a touchdown. That is with Joe Flacco starting.
Yeah, I'm not buying into that.
You're not buying into that?
No.
That's why we're both kind of quiet.
Nah, that's his best game was with the Flacco.
Yeah, I could care less about that one.
Yeah,
I think Flacco's really good. Better QB right now than Wilson. I think it's safer for Elijah Moore if he's playing.
You said Okay. You're right. Yeah. I was just double checking you on Elijah Moore.
I did that. That's copy and paste is easy.
That's
Still gotta
plagiarism.
Fact check. Still got to
Yeah.
fact check.
I'm not worried about Elijah Moore with any quarterback. You know, they're gonna be not great, and they're gonna have to throw the ball. So they're hopeful.
He in your lineup, week 1.
If I'm forced to have a Jets wide receiver in my flex, I already had a bad draft, but I wouldn't be afraid to.
Yeah, it's a flex play.
I'm much more willing to play like Elijah Moore than Chase Edmonds. If that's like kind of like where we're going, because I kind of draft in a similar area. I'd much rather. I feel way safer with Elijah Moore.
I tend to agree.
Yeah. Rashad Bateman breakout year has begun. I'm
I don't know.
excited. Just gonna have a tough matchup this week.
Sauce Ghana.
Sauce.
Never gave up a touchdown in college.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
see if
so
he-
good.
Let's see if he can continue that. He's shutting down at pretty much everybody so far.
Yeah, not a big fan of this matchup for Bateman, especially if they
Yeah.
get up big. Then
Yeah, I'm not a
it's-
fan of the matchup. I'm just kind of.
To talk about, we don't really want. We talk about likely a little bit. That's your kind of deep sleeper at tight end this year. They said that he is going to be the third option. He's going to be the third option on the team at wide receiver.
I don't think that's shocking at all, considering
How good he is.
that and who's behind.
I don't
Bateman.
know who's behind Bateman.
Well, it's that dude. What's his name? Devin Duvernay, whatever his name
Devin
is.
Duvernay.
Duvernay, Tylon Wallace, Demarcus
Yeah.
Robinson, James Posher. I mean, it's
Porsche.
bad. Porsche.
I don't know, but he's fast.
That's
That's
But he's
why they
not
call him
good.
Porsche.
like
No.
you're looking at a lot of unproven guys.
A lot of
yeah.
short guys.
Not that Isaiah Likely's proven, but we saw his talent on full
but
display.
he is tall.
Yeah.
The rest
He's
of them
tall,
are all
he's-
short. Bateman. I mean, Bateman lies about his height. He said he was 6'3" coming out of college.
Yeah,
but
so funny.
I'm actually kind of nervous that the Ravens, their backups couldn't even make the Raiders. Kenyon Drake and Demarcus Robinson.
Yeah, I don't like that. I brought up this stat to you, Joe Green, yesterday. That when the Ravens are favored by 7 points or more, Lamar balls out and averages 28 points per game.
Mm.
So
Lamar's got to have a big year. He's on a contract. They didn't
yeah, he's
Hey,
playing.
he might be the Dolphins QB next year when he light.
I would love that.
That would be
That
insane.
would be a team.
That'd be a team.
You'd have to look deeper into that, see if they had any chance to pay him, but that would have been a squadron.
Yeah, I don't know how much money they have.
Yeah.
I mean,
That-
last thing on the Ravens, J.K. Dobbins
yeah.
banged up. We don't know if he's going to play week 1. Obviously, it's just Tuesday, so gotta
Yeah.
wait
Saw
till
that
tomorrow.
video of him limping.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like full on limping.
Yeah, the practice video, he did not look good.
He blamed it on his third leg, but I doubt it.
That's funny.
Sorry.
And one more last thing about this game is the Jets split at running back. Brees Hall and Michael Carter. Who's getting third down work? Who's getting all of the work? It'd be interesting to see where the ball goes to, especially in the red zone. Because Carter was good everywhere last year, so it wasn't like he was only getting third down work. He was getting work everywhere, and he was producing.
Some people are so high on Carter still. Some people,
Brees Hall, he's out to see your starting lineup for people. That's tough.
I hate
That
it.
That's
He's-
scary,
He's my
man.
starting running back in one league.
That's not
Yeah.
ideal.
We've been telling you you draft like shit this year, but you're not listening to us. Yeah, I mean, the Ravens, year in, year out, one of the best teams against the run. So, A, it's not a great game to start a rookie, and B, you don't know how much work he's going to get.
Yeah, it's not a good one. That's not a
Yeah.
good start.
Next up, Saints versus Falcons. We get to see if Michael Thomas is finally going to come back, join the league, join his team, be on the sideline. Who knows?
Yeah. A lot of people are hoping that he comes back to.
The league wants him back. I want him back.
I need him back.
I need him back.
need him.
He won't be in my roster if he's not
Yeah.
on playing this game.
We're gonna find out right away because Falcons are dog shit. One of the bad defense, bad offense. Michael Thomas used to eat them up back in the day. See if he can still do it.
We got to see Kyle Pitts, year 2. See if he can get a touchdown. See if the Mariota to make him look like the tight end he needs to be.
Yeah, Mariota's definitely that guy.
I mean, this has been on going debate for like a month now.
He's produced a top tight end before.
A decade ago.
Jesus Christ! You gotta the evidence has to come out from somewhere.
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't. We'll get a good look.
Yeah,
at
we'll
it
see.
anyway.
We'll see.
Anyway.
We'll see.
Running back splits for Atlanta. We have to see that. Because Patterson, we get to see the rookie. What's the rookie's name?
Tyler Algier.
Tyler Algier.
Algier.
I don't even know that Algier is second.
No,
He's not.
He's
It's
not.
just
It says
Damian Williams.
It says
not. It's
Damian
Damian
Williams, but
Williams.
I'm also
Damian
just
Williams
like
is
they say
better.
Hall's the third running back for the Jets. I still have to say the same thing.
No, they
for
moved Brees Hall up after preseason
Oh, yeah.
ended. They didn't move Algier up at all.
I still want to see it.
I'm still not sold on Algier. Watching his BYU highlights, that man had gaping fucking holes to run through. Like Riley Reed, big holes.
Yeah.
Like
Riley Reed. You've been watching a lot of Riley Reed.
I'm trying to throw a joke in here. This
I was-
guy. This guy's
said
At first, I was confused for a second.
He
'cause
didn't
I-
know who Riley Reed
No,
was.
no, I did, but like I wasn't like, did he just make a porn joke? Ew.
Mike's eyes lit up when I
I'm like,
said that.
Of all people, Sean.
The table just boosts.
Mine wouldn't hit this.
No,
Come on.
I know, but just
I
the
know.
dramatic
but
effect.
You know, I mean, it's not
Just
hitting the
dramatic
table.
Anyways, I'm not a big fan of Algier.
Me either. I'm not a fan of any running back that's on the Falcons. I didn't trust Cordell Patterson last year just because how bad the Falcons are. We just kept somehow they just
You just stay healthy.
every way they could they made a play for him. He was taking quarterback snaps last year.
Yeah, they did everything they could. This year, now he's like the third option, really, when you think about it, with Pitts and Drake London.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure he'll be featured as heavily.
No.
I wrote down that, like I said early in the year when we talked about the Saints, Peyton gone. I really want to see what this offense looks like. Now the offensive coordinator was the QB coach.
We're talking about the Saints.
Saints now, yeah. I want to see what Winston does. I'm telling you, Winston's gonna start freaking calling plays when he's on the center. Like, fuck it, we're not gonna run it. Let's do this.
I want to see 30 interception, Jameis Winston.
50.
Telling you all
yeah.
year it's happening.
I want to see it.
You're gonna get a 40 and 40.
I don't want to see this crap where they're throwing it only 24 times with him. I want to see the 40 passing attempts where he throws 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
I want to see him disrespect this Dennis. Fuck him. He's a defensive coordinator. He doesn't know what he's doing. Let's take it under. Let's do what we want.
Philly's so lost at that entire statement. Dennis Allen, the Saints head coach, he said, "Fuck him."
Fuck him.
Yeah, I'm just the way that sentence
Let's-
constructed. It was like,
Let's go get some
What?
crab. Let's go get some crab. Let's do what we want.
jeez.
Oh,
Yikes,
jeez. We're like,
man.
are we drunk for the first week? Like, holy shit.
Did I miss
I
the
read that,
invite to the
right?
bar?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
I didn't get no dinner. That's the problem. Chiefs versus Cardinals.
Good
Next
game.
up.
It'd be interesting to see what the Chiefs look like without Tyreek Hill. It could be a rough start. Cards have a solid defense. Cards are going to be at home. Do you think that Juju's going to be able to step up, like truly, or like you never know? You think Juju's truly the guy, guys?
I think he is going to be the guy because guess what? They still have Kelsey, so he's the guy.
You putting him in your lineups?
Yes.
I'd start Juju.
Me too.
I think we're going to see a lot of veterans early on. I don't think you'll see much Sky Moore. I don't think we're going to see a lot of Isaiah Pencherko, whatever his name is.
He's
don't.
falling hard. The more I'm thinking about it,
I just don't think we're going to see the rookies early. I really don't. I think we're going to see a lot of veteran.
I think
Mahomes
Sky
around
Moore
them.
is not even draftable.
I mean,
In redraft,
drafts are-
absolutely not. There's
Yeah.
no way. I know he's going in the 12th round, which is ludicrous. Like
Dumb.
the guy's 4th on the depth
Like
chart.
you fell for all those videos.
Would
You
you
fell hard.
rather?
He's electric.
Yeah,
That's
would you
for
rather own Dak Prescott or Sky Moore?
That Prescott.
I got him.
Got him on something. Jeez.
Because I
Just had to
listen,
get him something.
I mean, everyone knows. I
Undraftable.
have the stat. I have the stat. Chiefs don't produce a second wide receiver.
I
on the
think
team.
it could change.
It could change now that
I don't think it's him.
we'll find out.
I think it would be.
Well, it's not Sky Moore.
The
I think it would
Chiefs,
be Hardman.
the Chiefs every year are a team that kind of like after, like last year was Sammy Watkins went off. because Sammy Watkins week 1. But every game, it's somebody else who has a great game. We might see more clarity and less, randomness out of that offense. Now that Tyreek's not, they don't have as many weapons.
Maybe it could go either way. I'll say that. Like, it could be Hardman one week, Valdez Scantling another, Sky Moore another. It could.
I think Juju's the most consistent out of all of that.
Well, besides
Kelsey is like,
We don't even need to talk
Kelsey's
about
a
Kelsey.
given.
Kelsey be in your lineups until the day he retires.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Cardinals side, we cited about Rondell Moore. Apparently, he's getting the Christian Kirk role. No excitement.
Not really.
I'm more interested to see what Tyler does with his college buddy Brown.
Yeah, I want to see if he's still running those ridiculously deep routes for no reason. Kyler, the most accurate deep passer in the NFL last year.
And I want to put a little thing together.
Thing together.
Hollywood Brown's telling me he's getting all these speeding tickets. It's telling me something. It's telling me he's ready to run. He's ready to run fast.
Was he running when he got those speeding tickets?
It's all.
Was he jaywalking?
All of his body together. He's telling himself, you know what? We gotta run. We gotta go fast. We gotta be fast all the time. Fuck the tickets. Fuck everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going.
Interesting. I don't hate it's a weird way to get there, and I actually don't hate it.
No better team to do it against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Still don't have a corner.
Rondell Moore doesn't do it for me at all. I think that it's gonna be Hollywood Brown and Ertz, and then Rondell's the third option, and then when D-Hop comes back in 6 weeks, he's the fourth option.
Yep.
Well, I think that's clear, but I'm just saying they've been talking about how this guy is gonna come in and play that Christian Kirk role. And
were you excited to own Christian Kirk last year?
I didn't own Christian Kirk.
There's your answer.
I mean, I definitely wasn't looking out for Christian Kirk.
I think
that's exactly what I'm saying.
No one drafted Kirk last year thinking he was going to be Kirk. Like, you picked him up after he had a couple good games and after suspension and injuries of
Hopkins. Hopkins was hurt.
Yeah,
Hopkins was hurt, and then
that's why you picked him up.
It's kind of exactly what I'm saying. Is like, yeah, he was in that Christian Kirk role Christian Kirk was Christian Kirk last year until Hopkins got hurt, and then he started to produce a little bit. Are you gonna get that from Rondell Moore
for 6
Moore?
weeks? 6 weeks, maybe.
Maybe.
Same with Zach Ertz. You own Zach Ertz. Enjoy the next.
Are
6
you
weeks.
going to be putting Rondell Moore in your starting lineup this week?
Also,
No.
guys forget
Okay.
that.
That's my question. That's my answer.
Ertz is still. I mean, he's injured right now. I don't know if he plays, but Ertz is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned that a bit.
But like the second half, he came the second half. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Listen, the ball gotta go somewhere. Like, that's why you can wait on value when you're drafting for wide receivers, because you can get somebody who can score 10 points a game who's going to wind up finishing as wide receiver 80. But, like, he'll still be fantasy worthy at some point. Like, everybody has value somewhere. So, like, Rondell Moore, like, I'm not excited to own him. But is he worth a pickup every once in a while for a streaming play? If against a good defense? Yeah. Against a bad defense? Possibly. We'll see. I don't think he's better than Christian Kirk. So that's where I stand.
We'll see. That's what week 1's for.
I hate week 1 so much.
Look at him.
We'll see.
He has like a secret or something.
A
He's like
secret?
He's like, this is my DFS play this week.
Yeah,
this is my DFS.
It totally is.
100%.
DFS
play.
I haven't looked
He's
at DFS
grinning too
yet.
much. I never seen
Grinning
a grin
too
like
much?
I haven't seen a grin
I'm
this much
just
in a
My
while.
dying.
computer algorithm says.
I'm
Yeah.
just dying because
We're on one this week. That's it.
You're the one talking
you're
about
I'm not bringing him
Riley
up.
Reid.
You
You want to talk about gaping holes and porn stars.
Man, talking about Riley
Yeah.
Reid on the internet.
God.
Good thing no one knows who you are, Joe Green.
Unbelievable. I'm telling your wife. Next up, Mike's favorite team, the Giants versus the Titans. Mike, kick it off with this matchup.
We're stealing a game.
I believe that.
I'm telling you right here, Giants are going to win this game against the Titans. Let's talk about, everybody. Barkley, specifically.
The ocean?
I had to correct myself. I already did. I already corrected myself.
What about him?
I think he's gonna go off. People think he can't run against this team. I think he's not gonna run against this team. Guess what? He's gonna catch 10 catches, going for 100 yards in the receiving game.
All right. I don't.
Because you
Doubt
wrote about
that.
Tony. You said
I think Tony's gonna have a great game.
Yeah.
If he's on the field.
he's on the field.
Yeah. If he's on the field.
Yeah.
There's a lot of days till
One
Sunday.
game
1 p.m.
I mean, he made it to the first game, and after that is questionable.
I'm not taking anything out.
Yeah.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. That guy. I don't doubt it through the air, but Saquon can only run one way, and if you're getting 20 yards on the ground,
I say he's gonna catch the ball.
He's gonna catch the ball 10
he
times.
should get 15 fantasy points.
He's gonna get 25.
I hope so.
Telling you.
For a breakout year.
He's getting paid. You gotta get paid. Gotta get paid.
You gotta get paid. I like Tony a lot because his Titans secondary is dog shit.
They lost their star sack leader last year, Harold Landry, which is not good. Tore his ACL.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, I don't have anything on this Titan secondary. I don't remember statistically how poor they were, but
Jeez, let me pull it up.
I mean, I'm just saying you called him dog shit. I'm like, I don't
He
remember to be
wrote it.
honest.
I didn't write it.
Let's see. Tennessee allowed 247 yards per game through the air, which was 25th in the league.
All right, so you have to
Dog
that's
shit.
it.
Dog water.
Yeah. Cincinnati, but they were.
I'm just more interested to see because one of our biggest videos is talking about Treylon Burks. I can't wait for him to do nothing this game.
Yeah, he stinks.
And the Giants D is nothing to be spectacular.
Giants
about.
D is dog shit.
We
too,
have
like
we
Mike's
have
fantasy teams.
Yeah, we have the Titans past first round pick, and then our third round pick from 3 years ago, Robinson's other corner. Our secondary should be dog shit. And guess what? We're gonna shut down this Burks. He's getting shut down. He's not even gonna play. Why am I even surprised?
I'm interested to see where he lines up, how much he's used. I'm more interested to see where. I wouldn't put him in my lineup.
I don't. If you
I
put
don't
him in
trust
your lineup, you're crazy.
Some
Crazy.
people don't have a choice.
Well, you drafted him, so he should be on your lineup.
Not necessarily. He goes in the 8th, 9th, 10th round now. Like he's not.
If you take two
People
quarterbacks
say
in a one
he's a rookie of
quarterback
the year.
league, who said that?
A lot of fantasy players.
I didn't say he was rookie of the year. I said he'd have a good season.
I don't know if he's rookie of
I
the
would
year.
never say that.
But-
Offensive rookie of the year.
I still think he'll have a good year. I don't think he's gonna get off
I'm
to a hot
scared about
start.
what Derrick Henry does to my team. That's for sure. I'm terrified.
I wanna see if it's
we
healthy.
released Martinez.
Blake
Blake
Martinez.
Martinez.
Yeah, we released him, and now I'm terrified.
Yeah, I would be too. I wouldn't be as terrified if Thibodeau was going to play because he's guy's an animal, but he's not playing. Thanks to Thaddeus Moss. Yeah, Giants gave up almost 130 yards per game on the ground.
It's gonna be
Last
150.
152 touchdowns and out by the third quarter.
Yes,
Third quarter.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I want to see if he looks healthy because
I do too.
I think we saw him come back a little too early last year, and he was clearly not right.
Josh Gordon signed to the Titans.
It does nothing.
That hurts the Burks.
No,
Is he allowed to play?
Yeah, he is.
Josh Gordon.
You're allowed to
hasn't-
smoke weed these days.
I don't think Josh Gordon's been fantasy relevant in at least 6 years now.
But you know what's crazy? We've been doing this podcast for 4 years, and every year we're talking about him.
yeah, because you guys like to bring this guy up from his glory days.
He's so good.
in his glory days.
He's good.
The last time he had a productive season, I'll give him the Patriots in 2018. He had 700 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. I mean,
Oh, he's the number 2 over there now.
in what, Tennessee?
Yeah.
he's not.
No, I don't like him in
No,
Tennessee
he's
at all.
not.
Like
That
he
is-
just
I
took
mean,
that
they
so he
don't
can get
pa-
paid, but
yeah.
like
No, they needed him.
They need him for what? For the 5th?
no, they
string
need
wide
him, but
receiver?
I don't like Tannehill.
I don't like the offense.
Yeah, this doesn't suit my boy Josh Gordon. Puff puff pass. Josh Gordon's about to pass
He
it.
can do what he wants though over there.
He'll
No one's looking at him
he'll
over
have
there.
3 snaps on the field on Sunday. So 3 snaps.
You know, I want to take the over.
Why all
I'll
zero?
take the
You want
under.
to take the bet?
I'll take the under.
Move on.
Let's go. Sunday is 4:00, 4:25 games now. Packers versus Vikings.
Another
Oh,
divisional game.
Yeah.
We have to see what the Packers can do with no wide receivers.
Yep.
Especially if fucking
Alan Lazard's hurt.
If Lazard's hurt,
We'll see. We got to get more practice updates.
yeah.
Yep.
We get to see what the Vikings' high-powered passing offense looks like.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
A lot of hype. behind that.
Allegedly.
A lot of hype. Herb Smith's supposed to play.
Yeah, damn right.
They said he's going to
About
play. Well,
time.
they said they're optimistic he's going to play.
Yeah, that's what I read.
Optimistic.
That sounds good to me.
As an Irv Smith owner in one league, I'm banking on that. 'Cause I'm not dropping him. Just going to pray he plays. Listen, I like to believe that the Vikings are going to throw the ball more. I really am.
It's not that good against the Packers. They're one of the better secondary teams in the league.
Yeah, 6 fewest yards through the air last year. But the Packers' offense doesn't look great.
This is going to be the best Packers defense we've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
Since Brett Favre.
it's a long time ago. It's like 15 years ago. Like
Long time.
healthy Brett Favre.
Yeah,
like good Brett Favre. We're talking. I am looking forward to see how Aaron Jones can be used, just like AJ Dillon as well. Mike's 4th-round pick last night. I want to see how much Aaron Jones is used in the passing game, how much is used out wide, and how much they're on the field together. That would mean a lot.
That
The
means a
splits
lot.
will be huge. The
Yeah.
splits will be
Them
huge.
being on the field together is going to be a lot.
I want to know, if Dillon's on the field, I want to know if Aaron Jones is catching passes.
Just out wide.
Yeah, I don't care if AJ Dillon gets the ball in that play. I just want to know if if it's an option there.
Yeah,
That's
huge.
big.
It's huge. The snap counts are huge.
We get to see Dubs. See if he does anything.
I don't think we will.
He's fallen.
You think it's going to be what's it, Watkins?
No, I don't think
Watkins
we're
is-
gonna see a lot of the rookies at all.
I don't think that's Sammy Watkins, man.
That's not a rookie.
It's Sammy Watkins week.
Sammy
Why are we talking about
Watkins.
anybody else but Sammy Watkins, Mr. 45 points?
2015, 18, something like that the last 3 years.
I wouldn't be shocked if we saw Tanyan. Like I wouldn't even be shocked at that.
He's coming off of ACL.
I'm just saying. I think Rodgers has no trust in those
Rodgers
rookies.
been talking a lot of shit, doing a lot of drugs. So there's
I don't know what he sees out there.
he thinks that they're not catching the ball. It's going right to the hands. He just has no idea. Sammy Watkins is gonna do wonders for him week 1 and then die. Then that's it. It's Sammy Watkins this week.
You streaming Sammy?
I would.
DFS.
Listen, I've been the Sammy Watkins guy since we started this. For Sammy's most probable last year, I'll ride Sammy Watkins one more
Sammy
time.
Watkins, one more time.
more
week,
time.
Week 1, Sammy.
Yep. And I'll eat that. No problem if he doesn't produce. That's fine.
I'm actually curious to see.
It's been like 2016, 18.
20. Wait.
I don't know
Involved
what
that last
I
year,
don't know
too?
what order it is, but it's like 2016, 18, something like
Last
that. It's close to
year,
that.
week 1, he had 96 yards receiving.
I already looked this up.
Yeah. If you're not
86 and a touchdown.
not happy with 96 yards from Sammy Watkins as a streaming option.
The 1 year that got it was the year against Jacksonville. 198 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Sammy Watkins
that was
season.
the big year.
Sammy Watkins, week 1, Sammy.
That
For
was
the
like
most
4
part,
years
it's
ago.
It's true.
yeah. For the most part, it's true. There are a couple exceptions in there, but
But is he not the best? He's the best receiver on that team.
I concur.
maybe.
I concur. At least at week 1, currently.
Week 1, he's the
With
best.
trust
receiver
with
on the
Aaron
team.
Rodgers.
Week 1, that's about it.
Anything else in this game?
No.
Is Dalvin Cook to stay healthy the whole game?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just week 14 through 17 you have to worry.
All right. Anything else? All
Hey,
right.
what's up? The Raiders.
The Raiders.
Well, you have to see this whole Raiders
Offense.
new offense. We have to see the Chargers new defense, because the Chargers, they didn't really do much to change their
Offense didn't change, no.
but their defense,
Mac and J.C. Jackson.
it's gonna look interesting.
Big time additions.
That whole division is just gonna be great all year round.
Yeah.
a lot of good games.
Who's gonna be the leader? Who's gonna be? It's gonna be changed instantly. Division rivals once they go against each other.
Chiefs are still massive favorites.
I
Believe it or
would-
not.
I have officially put in a future for the Chargers as of last night.
This is their time. This is the year they got to win it if they're gonna
Yep.
do it.
This is their best shot to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not kind of interested to see how much Renfro would be used.
Mhm.
I think that. Do we have any updates? Waller's gonna play.
As soon as they figured out his contract situation, he was all of a sudden miraculously healed and was able to show
I
up
told
to
you.
practice. So.
I did tell you. Thought it was more contract related. You guys were like, no, he's hurt.
I stayed out of it.
I said I thought he was
Understand.
hurt because he showed up to one practice and then never showed up again.
Yeah, because he realized he still wasn't getting paid yet.
And then now they're trying to get the deal done before, but I think he's gonna play. So
That's what we love to hear. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how much Renfro is being used. I asked that question because Waller will most likely be the number 2 option because it'll be open up all over the middle, and then you have Renfro going all over the field.
I concur.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm more
Thanks
interested.
for confirming that.
Thanks for concurring.
Whatever,
Do you concur, Doctor?
I don't have to repeat. No, every time I say I concur, I'm thinking about Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what. Do you concur, Doctor?
I'm more interested to see what Jacobs does, because this is time to shine. I'm not just saying that because I had to draft him last night.
I was about to say, you mean your 5th round pick last night?
I had to,
Yeah,
but beyond all honesty, he has to get paid.
somebody's got to pay him.
If it's not the Raiders, which they might not be able to after Waller, and no running back really should get paid second contract, but he's running for his life, literally, because he has to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no better. I mean, the offensive line is not the worst, not the best, and there should be no 8 people in the box.
Yeah, it's probably better now that Leatherwood's gone. So
he wasn't gonna play anyway, so it didn't really.
just the
change
vibe, the
much.
whole line,
The whole vibe,
the whole-
is just
the whole
better
room is
now.
just heightened
Oh,
now. You know,
God.
I mean, you have the stat like that he's been a constant top 20 running back since
Right.
coming in the league.
Since he's been top 20 back for the last 3 years.
he's
so-
ugly, but I'll do it for you.
It's top. I think he was
It
ranked-
is ugly. You watch him; he gets that
Yeah.
ugly touchdown, and that's what puts him over the
Yeah.
12-point marker on the game. And
The worst part is he hardly gets in the end zone every time he does it.
yeah, it's literally just like by the skin of his teeth gets.
Oh.
in
And that's
there.
their 3rd time running in the goal line.
Yeah,
literally.
yeah. It's like, please, and you're like, oh, Derek Carr's gonna just sneak this one at this
See,
point. He's
the
getting
question
tired of
is
this
now: is he gonna get 3 carries in there? red
No, that's
That's
kind
the-
of my worry. That's why I was
yeah.
kind of off him a little bit this year, because I owned Jacobs last year, so I watched those games. I know
He does
I
the
know
work.
what comes out.
He gets you it, but
Yeah,
It's
you,
ugly.
you don't like how
It's
it
not
is.
fun.
I think the bigger question is going to be how is Josh McDaniels going to treat the running back situation? Like, is it going to be like New England has for the past like 7-8
It is,
years?
yeah.
And we see every other week it's White, it's Jacobs, it's Abdullah, whoever is on
Yeah.
on the depth chart.
Yeah,
That's really what I'm looking to see.
That's why I wanted White.
but
Yeah, I like White, especially if Jacobs always gets dinged up. Like White's a good
White's
handcuff.
White's good.
I'm not more if that game. The Chargers are gonna.
Yeah,
Their receivers are gonna ball out. So
I don't think there's any.
The Raiders are trading their corners because they're like, why do we even need one if they all suck? Swear to God.
The air can do a better job at this
They
point.
said-
Just save the money.
Sure. What?
let's get a couple like Wind fans in here. Just
So fuck it. Why do we need one?
just grab a. How much is a fog machine?
How much is one of those laser pointers? Just get a
$6. Come on.
Just get a disco.
The hell is John Gruden doing up here?
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I
funny.
don't think anything on the Chargers side is
Yeah.
too easy.
Would in a
no.
deeper, let's say 14 team league, you playing Joshua Palmer
no,
this week?
no.
No.
Okay, I'm just asking. Just asking.
Oh,
In a flex
No.
spot.
DFS.
No, fourth option. No, good.
Just asking.
DFS play.
Could be a shootout. That's what I'm asking. It's
Are
not,
we
it's
gonna
not
get-
really a DFS play.
No. All right. You know I'm not the DFS
Yeah.
guy, so
It's
I just do it to take your money sometimes, randomly one week.
Sometimes, but then sides,
random.
it's too hard for him.
it's
It's
too
random.
much work.
It's random.
It's not random. Let's move on.
Buccaneers versus the Cowboys.
Sunday night game. Could have been a good game if Dak Prescott was any good, right, Mike?
I'm so scared for his life. He might be hurt week 1. They had his
Who? Dak or
Dak.
Tom Brady?
Dak. I mean, actually, it could be both.
So I was confused.
It could be easily both. They're both off. This is offensive line hell for both teams. Injury hell. I mean, Cowboys had to sign Peterson.
Peters.
Jason
yeah.
Peters, 41-year-old.
Hey, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Did they officially sign him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if it was.
He's on the
He
practice-
lives in Texas.
He's on the practice squad.
Yeah.
Right, but you know what that means. That means they just need to figure out
If
who.
he's
No, they have to figure out who they're cutting.
Yeah,
Bring him That's
he
what
didn't
every
have
team
a
does now.
Off season, it's like let him warm up. He's not going to play probably 2 weeks, and then
Yeah. They're gonna start the rookie left tackle, which is gonna be terrible. He where he was at I think Tulsa, he led the league in penalties. It's terrible.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Cowboys open up with the Bucks last year too? And that was when like Zeke was garbage. He ran for like 30 yards. And yeah, it is. I got it pulled up here. They did. Yep.
Yeah, and that's when everyone was like Pollard time.
And-
Cowabunga, dude.
And now Mike is on the Pollard train
Yeah.
for this week one. I do think
I'm not. If I don't have to start Pollard, I'm not starting him against the Bucks.
I would start Pollard against the Bucks over Zeke. I think
Oh,
Zeke
yeah.
gets no yards.
Yeah.
And
makes sense.
Pollard gets way more points than Zeke does in week one. That's my semi-hot take of the
I think the
week.
Buccaneers can easily shut down the Cowboys.
yeah. Well, their rushing attack. I
Yeah.
don't know. Cowboys threw all over them last year.
Yeah.
Amari had a huge game, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, Amari's not here anymore.
No, it's gonna be a bunch
CeeDee
of
Lamb and
And CeeDee Lamb's
Brandos.
even a little banged up. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Not worried about that too much yet.
Yeah, it's because you drafted him yesterday.
Exactly why we're not worried about that too much.
well, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to talk about AJ Dillon. You don't want to talk about CeeDee Lamb, all right?
Listen,
That
I'll
makes
talk
sense.
about whoever you want me to talk about. My great team I got back there.
We'll see if
I like your team.
Chris Godwin plays
Yes.
out of the brace. I'd be worried though. I don't know that. I'd
There's
wanna
no
play him.
shot he plays. There's no reason to play him.
I don't know. He's supposedly looking good.
When Julio Jones is looking that good, why do you need to play him? And you have Gage.
Because his disc, if
Just no reason.
Michael Thomas is actually back, this conference, this division isn't just free for them anymore. So they need every win they can get.
Yeah, I agree. And
That's-
they should easily win the Cowboys, besides if Brady can't stay up.
You never know.
He's 45. It's hard to get up.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's-
you see his face after he came back from that 10-day span.
He allegedly had plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery. He was
Allegedly.
fighting, or he didn't eat for 10 days because he's fighting with his wife. Come on,
He's in the doghouse?
he's in doghouse.
Brandon
Okay.
Ayuk?
Brandon
Call-
Ayuk doghouse?
call my boy
Their
Brandon
own
Ayuk.
doghouse.
I'm on the Bucks side though. I'm interested with Godwin. I'm interested to see how much Julio and Gage, what their
Didn't you
splits look like.
Didn't you
and,
draft Godwin too? That's why you're on him.
I'm not on him. I said I'm interested to see. Isn't everyone interested to see what Chris
Yeah.
Godwin
I
looks like?
I am as well.
I'm more interested in what Julio does. The last time Brady had a future Hall of Fame come into him, it was Randy Moss.
Well, you could argue.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You could argue
I mean, he made
Antonio
him
Brown.
look good too.
When Gronk came back out of retirement.
What about Chad
Made
Johnson?
him look good too. He makes anybody that comes out of retirement look good.
Yeah, Bill Belichick looks real good with them. I will listen.
I'm
The-
more interested to see what
The spread's 2 points.
I'm
So,
more
like,
interested
It's gonna
to
be.
to see what he does with other people than Godwin. I'm sorry, I don't even think Godwin plays. I think it's just
Yeah,
a
Mike
cover-up.
Evans is gonna have 15 receptions. That's what's gonna happen, man. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I just want to see the splits. That's
Yeah.
most interesting. But I'd hate owning Zeke week 1.
Yeah.
I don't own him in any leagues, but I would hate having him this matchup. So
I
I'll
own
do
him at 1, and he's my third running back, and I was like, no.
Well, the reason why Zeke did so bad is because Martin was out.
Last year? Well,
Yes.
they don't.
I
they-
don't think it really would make too much of a difference.
No, it makes a terrible. It makes a. We had the stat
terrible
last
difference?
year. We had the stat last year.
Yeah, we did have the running stat. You're right with Zach Martin. It was like a massive difference
Yes,
between when he
it's-
plays and doesn't.
he has under 50 rushing.
Yeah, it was some crazy.
Tampa
statistic.
averaged 90 yards allowed on the ground.
Yeah, but include when you
third best
include
run
the
defense
fact
in
that
the
you
league
don't
last
have
year.
the best
Yeah,
guard
it
in
doubled.
the league.
It doubled down. It
Yeah.
doubled down. But yeah, I'd hate him.
All right.
Monday
Monday
night. Let's ride.
You just love to say that.
Yeah, it's really getting to me now. I'm really starting to really enjoy doing that.
We get to finally see what this 40 rush Bronco team
Broncos country.
does.
40 rush Bronco team starts off. Hey, 20 carries for Javonte, 20 for Melvin Gordon.
You know
That's
what
looking
we're
pretty
saying.
good. It's looking pretty good.
All jokes
And,
aside,
and
we
10, 10 passes to Cortland Sutton.
No,
all jokes
no,
aside,
KJ
we really
Hamler.
get to see what this team is going to look like.
Yeah.
Because I really think Judy never really got into his groove last year after his injury. We really thought he was gonna be great last year. Sutton, some say he's gonna have 50 touchdowns.
Some. I'd
This
love
guy.
to know who says he was 50, but you know.
I said
No.
49.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some say he's gonna have over 10. I don't see it.
I agree. I think he's going to have over 10.
We get to see the split between Devontae,
50-50.
50-50 split.
Ben Albright, who covers the Broncos, said if you're a Javonte Williams owner, it's not great.
Yeah, you're
That-
not going to be happy.
He said you're not going to be happy about the.
I said
the split.
it's gonna be 55-45.
You said it's going to be 100%.
That was a joke. A joke.
You didn't. You weren't laughing. You didn't have a smile on your face.
Yeah,
You
I was
said
like
it.
Williams. Come on.
100%.
Come on.
I want to know, why is this a Monday night game? Why, like, out of all
Because
the teams-
Russ commanded it.
must have, because that is a bad Monday night game. But
Well, the
Yeah.
idea of Russ going against Seahawks was a good idea.
Yeah. And then they were
guess.
like, oh, yeah, horsecock lock.
He's not even the starter.
And then they were like, oh, no, it's not even a double revenge game anymore. It's too late for
Geno.
that. So I guess we'll play Geno. They couldn't back out because it was supposed to be a double revenge game, you know? And
I would love to know what the spread is. I would slam the Broncos.
It's 6.5.
I would slam that.
I think. I could be wrong. I thought it was 6.5.
I would slam that.
I will pull up in half of a second.
Rashad Penny. Excited? No? Starting him?
Yeah, I'm definitely starting him.
6.5.
Yeah. it was
Over
right.
under 45.
It should be a flex option.
Yeah, I don't think
That's fair.
Yeah,
paying Penny as your RB1 or 2 would be.
definitely right now, especially.
conducive
Like
to-
Mike.
I have to make it. Just leave me alone.
It's
falling apart. Leave me alone.
He's checked out by week 4.
Uh,
Guaranteed.
I think that definitely with the Walker still being banged up, coming off the surgery, you gotta. There's no reason why Penny doesn't get 80% of the rush totals and pass plays and everything like that coming out of the backfield.
You're not a big Travis Homer?
Nah, he hasn't done anything in years. So
Just vultures.
why?
Vultures some
Think
plays.
of it this way: why would they draft another running back if they were high on him? The only reason you're talking about Holmes is because Walker is banged up.
And because
we're
just aware that Penny might miss a few snaps because he's limping around.
It's not gonna be a limping game one.
Good.
At the
Very
end,
well could be.
during the process of the game, he could be, but going into it, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, go into it. I mean, this is 50-50 shot, but I do like Penny as a play. I do. The Broncos defense is still pretty good. I think that
They get some players back.
they could use all the help they can get, and I think Penny's gonna help them out like that.
Tyler Lockett, you starting him in your lineup?
Nope.
I don't have him in any leagues. But
I think that Tyler Lockett probably had a chance to go undrafted this year.
no, he went in the 8th, 9th round.
I know.
mean,
I didn't even notice his name go.
No,
by.
you'd see him
Yeah.
go on the board. It was like, okay, that was
Same
a
with
wasted
Metcalf.
pick.
I was like, let somebody else have him.
I mean, at least Metcalf. Metcalf's the lead going to have touchdown value.
Well, he played well with Geno
Yeah.
last year too, Metcalf. So I'm not too much worried
Yeah.
about him. I will say, last thing on the Broncos side, I am interested to see who becomes that third receiving option for them. If that's KJ Hamler or if it's Alberto.
It is a battle.
They're
I think it's
yeah, just
neither.
curious. Neither. So no one steps up.
Just
Javonte,
just the
Williams.
Javonte.
I think it's just like a little bit of both guys and just ends up being shit.
ends up at Mike owing me $50.
Absolutely not.
Oh god.
Questions. Kick us off.
I mean, they're in there. I'll read them.
Yeah,
for you.
it's your job to read
on
them.
the question.
I can't read the
apparently.
small. Oh, they got
Whoa,
I
they're
got
gone.
them. They're not gone. I made it bigger.
Oh.
Whoa!
Week
That's
one.
wild.
Week one. J.K. Dobbins, Davis,
Let's just call it Gabriel Davis for the fun.
or Drake.
Kenyon?
I think he's.
This is hard.
This is
Oh, no.
Drake London.
No, it's J.K. Dobbins, Mike Davis, or Kenyon Drake.
Oh, okay. I'm glad
None
you
of
figured
them.
that out.
It's
Nah,
Mike. It's
just-
Mike.
It could
It's
not
Mike
be that,
Davis. It's Mike Davis.
I think you're right though.
Yeah.
Billy.
It's Mike Davis.
I agree because
but yeah.
as soon as J.K.'s ruled out, go to Mike Davis.
Yep. If you own J.K., pick up Mike Davis now.
Too early for Pickens or Dubs as the flex. Dubs.
It's
Yes.
definitely Dubes.
It's definitely Dubs.
I think it's a little early to kind of know where Pickens is going to be used. Dubes, we kind of talked about our worries with him.
Oh, this is horrible.
What?
And then he says, having Rashad and
Rashad.
Ramondre.
Ramondre. Sorry.
There's no S in sight.
Anyway, and then Dylan on the bench. No, put Dylan in. And that's
Yeah.
not because I'm hating. I think.
Yeah, A.J. Dillon would be the better option.
Yeah.
I think that guy was buying into hype a little too much.
Yeah, that's way too much. I mean, I would love Pickens, but it's too early.
Yep. I think Pickens week 2 is a fine play. You know, it's just
Maybe matchup play.
depends. It depends on how he does, how much snap he gets. But
Who he's going against.
I'm very high on Pickens.
I need to see the snaps. Snaps are big.
I need to see some football.
Elijah Moore or Bateman as wide receiver 2.
Elijah Moore.
I like Elijah Moore this week.
This
Season long, I like Bateman.
Elijah Moore.
Who's the better play this week? Marquise Brown, DJ Moore, or Mike Williams?
That's a good problem to have.
Where'd you see this
Jeez.
question?
Where did you get those 3 guys are getting drafted in the same 3 spots? How does that happen?
What was the? Who are the people? Go slower.
Marquise Brown,
Okay.
DJ Moore,
Okay.
or Mike Williams?
Oh yeah, DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. Revenge game.
Yeah.
Baker's revenge game, not DJ Moore's revenge
That
game.
is brutal.
I'm gonna go DJ Moore.
Mike Williams torched the Raiders both times
Yeah,
last year.
it's DJ Moore because of the revenge game, and then it's Mike Williams, and then
Actually, I'm gonna go
Marquise
Mike
Brown.
Williams.
I don't think you
that
can go wrong with any of those 3.
I'm going Mike Williams.
That's why it doesn't really. It's DJ Moore slightly for the volume, Mike Williams for the upside, Marquise Brown, tough day.
Which rookies are you riding for week 1?
That's not the.
It's top 5 rookies with potential.
No,
No.
he's going.
I'm going
Reverse.
how I want.
Yeah, I was very confused. I'm like, that's not what that says.
Oh right. Oh, I see.
For week 1.
Pierce.
Yeah, I mean that's the definite one that's going to get the most amount of work. I'm thinking. I wanted to go some sort of wide receiver.
Who's Falcons playing?
They're playing the Saints. I don't like
No.
that. I think that Olave could have a decent game, but as far as like, I don't trust him to put him in my lineup.
I don't think there's a single rookie other than Pierce that you can confidently
Yeah,
play.
Pierce and Hall are going to be the only ones that you're going to try.
I don't even think you're confident in Hall.
I'm not confident, but you drafted him to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're playing
So,
him,
yeah.
but the only one I'm confident will get enough work
Pierce.
is Pierce. Other than that, I'm not really loving it.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Pierce. I just tried to get a different answer. I just kind of like the matchup against the Falcons
Top 5 rookies with potential.
with like potential of what?
I don't know. That's what the
Not
question
Burks.
says.
You want to
With
say not
potential.
Burks?
Not Burks.
I think Drake London has the clearest sight to be a top 25 receiver, unlike Trey Burks, where he's just a little struggling around. He's wide receiver 1 on his team, so I think that's the clear cut. I like Damian Pierce, but I've been very vocal about how I don't know if he's on a good enough offense to really get that work that we need him to. I like Olave.
Like Pickens.
I love Pickens. That's just somebody who I need to see that's going to be on the field. Like I know Olave's going to be on the field. Is Pickens truly going to be on the field enough?
I want to see how much the Steelers pass.
Yeah, and then Isaiah Likely. Love Isaiah Likely so much. Every day that goes by. What do you? Anybody else? That you
Well, you
like,
took
Mike?
Pierce from me.
Well, there's 5 of them.
I'm gonna talk
We
about the
have
other
to
Pierce on the Colts. If you think they're gonna pass so much, I think just talent wise, I like him as a player. I don't know if he's gonna be used enough and the scheme be enough for him. Who else do I like? I don't like any of the Green Bay wide receivers. I'm sorry, I just can't jump on any of them, Watkins or Dubs. I'm not jumping on Crooks at the Bills. I'm trying to think. There's got to be another wide receiver.
Garrett Wilson.
No, just not. I'm not high on. I'm really not high on rookies this year. I think Pickens and Pierce are going to be my 1-2. That's it.
You have 5, Mr. Joe Green, or
I
you
don't
have
know that I-
somebody that's different.
5, but I mostly agree. I mean, Treylon Burks is the only different one I would have in there, but
Yeah. I mean, I would throw Burks in just because he has to be like he has to be featured somewhat. I mean,
right. I mean, that's been my logic all along. I will say this year the rookies' situations aren't as clear as I think they were last year. I think it was very clear Jamar Chase was going to be a top wide receiver on his team, like he was starting at least. We didn't know if he was going to play well. Same with Jalen Waddle. I can't think of the rookie backs at the top of my head.
I can name like the Browns,
Najee.
Bell. Like
David-
Bell,
I like
if
David Bell, too.
If Bell had a QB, it would have been great.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I don't hate that he has Brissett. I really don't.
Like, he's gonna be a waiver wire pickup at some time. I don't know when.
Yeah, I've drafted him in 2 leagues, like the last pick.
Purdue, great.
Yeah. It's a good option too. I'm happy you brought that up. I do like David Bell. Add that to my list.
Last question here. Trade Devontae Williams for Deebo Samuel and Alec Pierce non-PPR.
Yes. We talked about it before when we first saw it. I was on the fence. I'm not on the fence anymore. My thing is, if you think Deebo will stay healthy, and you have any faith in Dameon Pierce, do it.
Yeah, this is easy.
Yeah.
I mean, Pierce can easily be better than Javonte.
Not easily be better than Javonte is a wild statement.
I'm not.
That's
listen,
wild.
I think Javonte's a better player overall, but by pure usage, Pierce.
That's right.
Like, how do you argue that? I'm taking the number 1 on any team anywhere all the time, all day long.
Number 1 running back on any team anywhere. I don't know about that.
Like 100% usage? Yes, you are.
Would you trade Javonte for Pierce? Take away Debo. If you had Javonte and somebody offered you Pierce, would you do it?
Debo, this is such a stupid trade.
That's not my
honestly.
question. My question is to you. You being so high on Pierce is, if you own Javonte, would you trade him for Pierce?
I'm so high on Pierce.
It's wild.
I love Pierce coming out of college.
I'm not
The
convinced.
answer is yes. You do. You make that trade.
Yes.
I like that trade.
I'm just not convinced.
I
Pierce
don't know
is
who the
100%
person
guy.
is trading Debo and Pierce for Javonte. That's just
A Broncos fan.
First off, there's no guarantee that's even a real trade.
I'm just saying.
He could be something he's thinking about offering for all I know.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying.
So the answer is yes, buddy. Do
Yes.
the trade.
Yeah.
Easily.
CH Vez one.
Chavez.
All right. Anything else?
That's a wrap.
All right, guys. Like, follow, subscribe. We love you. Have fun watching football this weekend.
You too, baby.
Smooches.